Most people spend a lifetime working for money, but only a few ever figure out how to make money work for them. They chase paychecks, promotions, and savings plans that can't keep up with inflation. But right now, in the middle of this financial revolution, there's a chance to flip that equation to create a future where your digital assets do the heavy lifting while you enjoy freedom time and security. Welcome back to Crypto Equation, the place where we break down the hidden mechanics of wealth blockchain and the global transition that's quietly rewriting how the world builds value. Today we're talking about something that almost no one in crypto ever explains properly: the 5-year XRP retirement strategy, a realistic, disciplined plan for turning your holdings into long-term, potentially tax-efficient income. This isn't about hype, it's about understanding how to use what you already hold to create financial independence that lasts. Before we dive into the steps, let's start with the mindset. Retirement is not an age, it's a level of financial freedom where your assets generate enough cash flow to sustain your life without needing active work. In traditional finance, people spend 40 years saving into a 401k or pension, hoping for 4% annual growth. But the truth is most never reach independence because the system wasn't designed to make you rich, it was designed to keep you dependent. The new world crypto tokenization blockchain utility is changing that forever. XRP stands at the center of this transformation, not because of speculation, but because of what it's built to do: move money instantly, globally, and efficiently across borders. If you understand how to position yourself in this system, now you could create an income stream that traditional finance can't match. So how does the 5-year plan work? It starts with understanding phases of wealth, not just prices on a screen. The first phase is accumulation, building your position while the market undervalues the technology. That's where we are today. The second phase is appreciation. When adoption increases, regulations settle and prices rise to reflect utility. The third phase is conversion, turning your appreciated holdings into tax-efficient income streams. And the final phase is protection, preserving what you've built through strategic withdrawal, reinvestment, and diversification. Every great investor from Warren Buffett to Ray Dalio follows these same phases. The difference is they have access to tools most people never learn. Crypto allows you to use those same tools, only faster, and in some cases tax-free. Let's walk through what this looks like for an XRP holder. Over the next 5 years, the world will continue transitioning toward digital settlement networks. Ripple is expanding corridors in Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America, while institutions are preparing for tokenized finance. This means that by 2030, XRP's utility could be fully operational within banks, central banks, and fintech ecosystems. For investors who hold now, that's the window. Your 5-year plan begins with intentional accumulation, not random buying, but steady strategic positioning during corrections and consolidations. You don't need millions of tokens. You need conviction, discipline, and a clear exit framework. The goal isn't to chase peaks, it's to accumulate during fear. Now here's where it becomes powerful. Suppose you accumulate a modest position, say 2,000 to 5,000 XRP over the next year, while prices remain under-recognized. As regulatory clarity grows, the valuation potential increases. If XRP reaches even a conservative range of 10 to 50 within 5 years, that position could be worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. But rather than cashing out and paying high taxes on short-term gains, you convert it into a tax-advantaged income vehicle. That's what the specialist in the original video was referring to: building wealth not through selling, but through strategy. In the United States and other jurisdictions, there are several frameworks for tax-efficient asset management. The first is long-term capital gains holding for more than 12 months to reduce tax rates. The second is self-directed IRAs or Roth accounts, which allow you to hold crypto within retirement structures that can defer or eliminate future taxes altogether. Imagine this: your XRP appreciates over 5 years inside a Roth-style account. When you later convert part of it into stablecoins or income streams, those withdrawals could be tax-free. That's how the wealthy use the system. They plan for taxes before the profits arrive. Another key concept is staking and lending income. While XRP itself isn't natively staked like Ethereum, future financial platforms built on top of RippleNet could offer yield-based instruments, tokenized bonds, liquidity pools, or derivative contracts where holders earn passive income by providing liquidity. These forms of income, when structured correctly, can generate consistent returns while preserving your core holdings. The idea is to make your XRP work for you without selling it. You're not just holding for price appreciation, you're holding for cash flow. That's what a retirement strategy is: turning assets into income. But let's address the part that most influencers skip: risk and timing. The XRP specialist who inspired this strategy warned that most retail investors mismanage their timing. They either hold forever without a plan or sell impulsively when the market spikes. The correct approach is to build exit layers tied to life goals, not emotions. You could, for example, designate 20% of your holdings for short-term liquidity, 40% for long-term income conversion, and the remaining 40% for legacy or generational wealth. That way you're never fully exposed or fully out, you're balanced, adaptable, and calm. That calmness is what allows compounding to do its magic. The second component is location of income. The original analysis pointed out that where you earn your crypto profits matters as much as how. Many investors are migrating to jurisdictions with more favorable tax environments: Portugal, the UAE, Singapore. Some countries exempt long-term crypto gains entirely if you meet residency rules. Planning ahead for where you'll live or retire is part of this 5-year roadmap. Imagine retiring in a low-tax jurisdiction, holding appreciated XRP, and using digital yield platforms to generate stable income from your assets. That's what this strategy envisions: a life where your financial freedom is global. And here's something even more profound. A true retirement plan isn't just about avoiding taxes, it's about avoiding regret. It's about using time as your ally, not your enemy. Every investor has a window when decisions matter most. For XRP, that window may be the next 5 years. Between now and 2030, we'll likely see the introduction of central bank digital currencies, tokenized assets, and full-scale blockchain integration into global banking. XRP's function as a bridge currency could make it one of the few assets with real institutional demand. That means liquidity adoption and eventually stability. When an asset transitions from speculation to necessity, its value stops fluctuating wildly and starts compounding steadily. That's the moment when wealth turns into income. So how do you prepare for that moment? Step 1, master accumulation through automation. Set periodic purchases regardless of emotion so your position grows quietly while others overthink. Step 2, learn your jurisdiction's tax laws now, not later. Understand what qualifies as long-term gains, what accounts offer protection, and how future regulations may evolve. Step 3, plan for conversion, not liquidation. Think about how to generate yield without selling, how to borrow against appreciated assets through collateralized loans, and how to manage withdrawals strategically. Step 4, diversify into stable yield assets once appreciation occurs. The point isn't to hold forever, it's to make your XRP work like an engine. And Step 5, protect and enjoy. Use your profits to fund life experiences, invest in purpose, and give yourself time back, the one resource that never inflates. This is how the wealthy think. They don't react to noise, they design systems that outlast emotion. The same principle applies here. The XRP ecosystem is becoming one of the most important pieces of global financial infrastructure. The question is not whether it will be used, it's how soon and by whom. Ripple is already collaborating with banks, payment processors, and even governments to enable instant settlement. Each partnership adds credibility, and each use case increases demand. As this continues, XRP's role could expand beyond cross-border transfers into tokenized asset settlement, CBDC interoperability, and even decentralized liquidity markets. That's where passive income will emerge through real utility, not speculation. The real secret to a 5-year retirement plan is patience combined with structure. You're not trying to predict daily moves, you're aligning your timeline with technological adoption. Every innovation follows the same curve: innovation, integration, expansion, saturation. We're still in the early stages of integration. That means the biggest returns are still ahead, but only for those who stay prepared. The specialist put it clearly: most investors overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can do in 5. In 5 years, the financial system you know today will look nothing like the one you grew up with. Blockchain will be embedded into the banking network. Digital currencies will be standard, and traditional remittance systems will be obsolete. The investors who position themselves early, not with hype but with purpose, will be the ones collecting the rewards in silence while the rest of the world wonders how they did it. That's why your 5-year XRP retirement strategy is not about chasing price, it's about positioning for function. The real wealth will come from those who understand that XRP isn't just an investment, it's infrastructure. Once institutions fully adopt it, the price won't move. Because of speculation, it will move because of necessity. And necessity is far more powerful than hype. So what does your life look like 5 years from now if you follow this path? Imagine waking up and realizing your assets are working for you. You're earning yield from XRP-backed liquidity pools. You've converted a portion into stable income using regulated platforms that pay out monthly returns. Your core XRP remains untouched, appreciating over time while you live off the income it generates. That's how you retire from stress, not from opportunity. The specialist emphasized that retirement in this new age isn't about quitting, it's about freedom to choose. When your assets pay your bills, you stop working for money and start working for meaning. That's what true wealth is. But here's the truth that few talk about. This level of success doesn't come from luck, it comes from discipline. Over the next 5 years, you will face countless moments where fear and greed will test your conviction. You'll see other projects pump, you'll see XRP dip, you'll question your decisions. That's natural. Every investor who built generational wealth faced those moments. The difference is they stayed the course, they followed the plan. Because strategy always beats emotion. If you understand what XRP is really doing behind the scenes, you'll stop looking at the daily chart and start watching the global narrative. Look at what the International Monetary Fund is discussing at their forums. Look at how central banks are collaborating with Ripple to test CBDC interoperability. Look at how financial institutions are gradually replacing outdated settlement systems with blockchain-powered solutions. All of that is the foundation of your retirement plan. It's proof that utility is coming. And once utility becomes mainstream, price will no longer be a mystery. It will be a reflection of use. The world is moving toward tokenization. Real estate, stocks, commodities, and even government bonds will be traded as digital tokens. Every one of those transactions will require instant liquidity. That's where XRP fits in. It's not replacing money, it's becoming the rail that money travels on. That's why long-term holders have the advantage. They're holding the bridge to the future of finance. The question you need to ask yourself is simple. Are you going to cross it or stand on the sidelines watching others do it? The 5-year plan gives you the roadmap. Accumulate wisely, store securely, leverage regulatory clarity, convert strategically, and protect your gains. The last step, protection, is where most people fail. They reach success but don't plan for longevity. That's why you must learn how to protect wealth through diversification and proper asset custody. Don't keep everything in one exchange or one wallet. Spread risk across multiple storage solutions, including cold wallets and possibly custodial accounts for income generation. That way your wealth lasts not just 5 years, but a lifetime. Another element of protection is education. Keep learning about tax optimization. Learn about trust structures and estate planning so your wealth can pass on tax efficiently. The future belongs to those who adapt. The beauty of crypto is that it democratizes the tools of wealth creation that used to be reserved for the elite. Today, anyone with knowledge and patience can play the same game that institutions play. XRP is your ticket into that world, but you must treat it like a business, not a gamble. Your strategy over the next 5 years is simple: accumulate during doubt, hold through noise, and compound through knowledge. Every month that passes without major price movement is not a loss, it's a gift. It's the market giving you time to build your foundation before the rush begins. Because when the rush starts, it will be too late to prepare. The specialist was clear: once global liquidity systems flip the switch, the revaluation will happen faster than retail investors can react. Prices will not crawl, they will sprint. Those who have structured their portfolios by then will be the ones enjoying the passive income phase. That's the phase you're working toward, a point where your XRP provides you with financial freedom, not stress. Imagine being able to live off your assets completely detached from the 9-to-5 system. Your money flows through you, not from you. That's the future you're building. The world won't announce when the change arrives. It will happen quietly, one bank integration at a time, one regulation at a time, one corridor expansion at a time. Then suddenly it will be everywhere. That's how revolutions unfold, slowly, then all at once. So don't let impatience rob you of what's coming. Stay strategic. Keep learning. Understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Every great transformation takes time. The internet took 2 decades to mature, but those who stayed early are now the wealthiest in the world. Blockchain will follow the same pattern, but faster. 5 years in this market is a lifetime of opportunity if you stay disciplined. Your 5,500 or 10,000 XRP today could one day generate a steady stream of passive income that funds your lifestyle without you ever selling a single token. That's the power of strategic positioning. You're not just investing in an asset, you're investing in a system designed to outlast you. That's what generational wealth really means. It's not just about money, it's about creating freedom that survives time. The 5-year XRP retirement strategy is your blueprint for that freedom. It's about using patience as leverage and knowledge as currency. The future of money is digital, the future of wealth is passive, and the future of retirement is decentralized, if you understand that you're already ahead of 99% of investors. So take this moment seriously. The next 5 years will separate those who understood from those who reacted. Don't chase trends, build systems. Don't wait for permission, take action, because the opportunity is already here, waiting quietly beneath the noise. This is Crypto Equation, reminding you that the decisions you make today will define the life you live 5 years from now. The XRP revolution isn't coming, it's already begun. The question is, will you be ready when it pays you for believing? The specialist put it clearly, most investors overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can do in 5. Ettu vaarthai.